This is the Dodgers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Dodgers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, hello. What is up? Welcome to the Locked On Dodgers POSTCAST on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, the place to hang out when every game is done. And let's be honest, this game has been done for a long time. This series has been done for a long time. Well, 2 games. After the way they performed last night and tonight, try to convince me that the Dodgers have a shot in hell at winning this World Series. I'll listen to your comments, but I'm not going to believe you. I am Pete Fox, covering sports in LA dating back to 2007 for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio. It's been fun. It's been a great season. But what I've discovered, I think it came into a clear picture for me tonight. The Dodgers, especially offensively, are a mirage. They are stat thumpers. They have struggled all season against good pitching, right? And I know that sounds obvious and it sounds moronic, but it's true. The Dodgers are not world beaters. They are not going to topple your king, whoever you've got atop your hill. And it doesn't just have to be your ace. Anybody that's on your team, in your rotation, that is pitching proficiently, the Dodgers will struggle. And they have figured out ways at times to win games because they have people like Shohei Ohtani who can bomb home runs out of nowhere. Teoscar Hernandez is another guy like that can be ice cold and then get hot, the drop of a hat, and start hitting home runs. But ultimately, this season, the Dodgers they never went on a run. They struggled all season long, especially offensively. And Joe just brought it up during the game. It reminded me of like the whole second half of the season, to be honest. But he said a stretch from mid to late July till early September where the Dodgers were 27th in the league offensively. That's what it felt like. And right now it's worse. They are so flat, so lifeless, so in their head at the plate that they have just literally 0 to no ability to be productive at the plate and get up there and work counts and get on base, put the ball in play. They are just up there doing what they did yesterday and through 12 innings, I believe, of that game. Was it today's game 5 for game 3 extra inning win that went 18 innings. Let's not forget the Dodgers, after this 9th inning comes to a conclusion, they will have scored 4 runs in 28 innings. Sorry, 29. It's 28 right now. So that is a complete anemic, pathetic performance at the plate. They just have an epidemic of strikeouts. Ball's coming up, I'm just going to swing at it. I'm not even going to try to figure out if it's close to the strike zone. And let's give Yashevich credit. I mean, he just absolutely stymied them today. They had no ability to be effective and productive. They were just, I commented to my buddies in the text chain that Mookie Betts and a few other guys on this team would have been more effective just trying to bunt. Just put the ball in play by bunting, because they're swinging and missing so badly. They weren't even close. 12 strikeouts. He had 10 through 5 innings. An absolute epidemic. Embarrassing on steroids. So many negative descriptions you can use for this one. All that being said, there's a very good chance this series goes 7 because Yamamoto has been absolutely locked in. But in order for that to happen, Yamamoto will have to throw a complete game shutout, and the Jays pitchers will have to screw around and hit 3 Dodgers and then walk 1 for the Dodgers to win the game 1-0, right? Or maybe somebody, Ohtani, Freddie, Kike, Teo, runs into one and hits a home run. history. It's funny. My one friend who's an Angel fan and not a Dodger fan by any stretch, through this text where I'm being completely negative Nancy naysayer, and I'm like, series over, game over, series over, we're done, game, set, match, it is over. He's like, it's not over yet, not over yet. I'm like, it's over, it's over, it's over. I mean, you cannot be this lack of offense at the plate. You cannot have this little production and expect to win. This was one of the most awful and boring World Series games to watch in a long time, right? And I know we're on the losing end of it, but for the Jays, yeah, it was good. You know, it's always better to win, but also just for them, I mean, it was no contest. It is very rare that I can do this and attach it to the first pitch of the game.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Yeah. The first pitch of the game. I don't think in 2 years of doing this that I've ever said the turning point was on the first pitch of the game. Fastball up and into Schneider. I mean, up and in? Like, at least throw it over the plate. That was just too easy for that guy to pull it down the left field line for a home run. And then 2 pitches later, technically speaking, the turning point, a fastball middle in to Guerrero, which he launched. So, okay, so the fastball didn't work right out of the gate. Oh, I'm cool. I still got confidence, says Snell. I'm going to throw another one right over the plate. Here you go, on a tee with some whipped cream on top. Schwack! See you later. Game over. I mean, 3 pitches in, game over. Game freaking over. Yeah, Kike launched one, and I thought, okay, maybe that will sprinkle a speck of doubt into Yasavich's head, and the Dodger offense will see, okay, the other hitters that aren't named Kike Hernandez can go, all right, maybe there is some life. Maybe we do have a shot. Maybe we can square up some balls and hit them out or get on base. No, really no. They never threatened again. And the way you know that is the stat left on base and Dodgers hitting with runners in scoring position, right? This stat is just slapping you in the face as to how bad the Dodgers were tonight. They only left 3 guys on base, and they were only 0 for 1 with run. They only had 1 runner in scoring position. Now they do have a runner on now with 1 out, but yeah, hell is not going to freeze over tonight. We'll be heading back to Toronto with the Jays up 3-2. And first comment of the show, undoubtedly from a Jays fan. I'm assuming, maybe not. U9533-G. Congratulations, Jays, on becoming the 2025 World Series champions. Carol says, same old story, night after night, pathetic. Yeah, it is that they have no ability to mount a challenge, fight, make it interesting, you know, get down in the dirt and dig one out. Where's the dog in this team? There is no dog in this team. And I've been saying that for months. This team is just a paper tiger. They are stat effers. That's what they are. Yeah, their offense scored a ton of runs. I think at some point, if not till the end of the regular season, the Dodgers scored the most runs in Major League Baseball. So what? So what? Yeah, I know you guys are going to say, oh, that's the best runs producing team in the league. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They don't have any fight in the dog. They are just putting up stats, empty freaking stats. Oh. Indie Genius 69, F the Dodgers. I'm pissed off. The Dodgers are peas. I am absolutely just, I'm numb I'm numb with disgust about how I feel for this team right now. At least if they would have had some fight and lost, we could have been like, well, hey, they gave it their all. And I'm not saying they didn't give it their all. They are out there trying, right? It always comes off like I'm saying they're not trying. They're trying. They're just not trying very hard, right? They don't seem to be out there ready to like drop your gloves and go, right? They don't feel like that. It just feels like, whatever. We won last year. It's cool, man. It's good. We're good. It's LA, bro. We're good. We're probably going to win the division again next year and it'll be fine. It just doesn't feel like there's any sort of like, yeah, they're a little bit upset that they have to answer questions about another lackluster offensive performance. But beyond that, they're all still getting paid. Those checks are all still cashing. They're going to be fine. So yeah, it feels like on the other side of things in that other dugout, the Jays are playing for their livelihoods. Their life is on the line here. Losing this game, it would be detrimental to their health. That's what it feels like. Doesn't feel like that for the Dodgers. Hasn't felt like that for the Dodgers for a while. Yeah, game 3 was awesome. It was awesome. But again, like I said, they should have won that game in 9. There was absolutely no reason for that game to go 18 innings. It's a ridiculous effort, a ridiculous display of wasted energy. So, and to a certain extent, I feel like it's gotten us here, right? We're here because the Dodgers spent so much energy winning game 3. So there you go. It was fun. It was memorable. But the last time the Dodgers went 18 innings and beat the opponent in the World Series at Dodger Stadium, let's not forget what happened there. They lost to the Red Sox, who granted were cheating as well, but nonetheless, that was the only game the Dodgers won in that series, 4-1. So at least this series, they're going to win 2 games, maybe 3. It could go 7. It could go 7, which I think would just be prolonging the agony for all of us, that we're going to get to game 7 and get smacked in the mouth 11-4 or something like that, because Tyler Glasnow is going to start and he can't go 9. And then the bullpen comes in and, we all know what happens from there. We'll talk a little bit about the bullpen and the pitching performance after the break. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast, hosted by Travis Rogers, Monday through Friday. An in-depth look as to what is going on in the Dodger universe. I'm sure he will be breaking down this disaster along with Saturday's. Actually, no, he doesn't do the show on Saturday. He'll be breaking down this disaster and telling you what it all means. So make sure you check him out as well for that in-depth look as to where the Dodgers are right here and now. We'll be right back and we'll talk about the bullpen. Tonight's episode of the Locked On Dodgers postcast is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right about those decisions can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement of this sports season, whether you're following the NFL, NBA, World Series, or all of the above. There's no better time to jump in on the action. If you haven't tried it yet, PrizePicks is the simplest way to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 players and their stat projections. If you get them right, you will win. It takes less than 60 seconds to make up your lineup, and you can play anywhere, anytime PrizePicks operates, including California, Texas, and Georgia. And you can get paid fast if you do win, because they do it with Venmo. Download the PrizePicks app today and use the code LOCKEDONMLB to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's $50 in lineups by using the code LOCKEDONMLB4. Again, $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. Tonight's episode also brought to you by FanDuel. The NBA is back, and there's no better place to get in on the action than FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Even if you missed the start of the season or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score the next bucket to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. It keeps every game exciting, especially when your team's making a late charge, unlike the Dodgers, who fell apart in the first inning. So If you had the Jays in this one tonight, you were feeling good. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. So head to FanDuel.com and sign up. Play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Dodgers is still going on. No, it is final. And Jays fans are jumping out. Rob Lowe Flynn 6143. How are we feeling, losers? Not good. Here's pathetic, I think is one way to describe it, as HP 5956. We got our 4-ped on G1. Okay, don't know all of those abbreviations. Don't have time to decipher all of that. History man, a regular here. Maybe the travel day will help. Well, it can't hurt. Can't get any worse, history man. Just win game 6, and then anything can happen in game 7. That is true, and that's what they're all preaching right now in the clubhouse. Yep. Win tomorrow. Well, that's what they said yesterday. Just got to win tomorrow. It's a 1-game series. Starts tomorrow. Okay. Go do it. Prove me wrong. I'd love for you to prove me wrong. I would love it if you guys came out and started hitting the ball. But guess what? There's like 1 or 2 guys on this team that can do that. Snap out of a slump like that. And one of them is not named Mookie Betts. And he is one of the greatest hitters that we've seen in this generation. But he's not a guy that snaps out of it like that. It takes him a while. And he's so lost right now. He has no clue. Missing balls by 12 inches. Shohei can. Shohei has the ability to snap out of it and hit 3 home runs and put the team on his back. So let's hope he does that. Teo's another guy, I think, that can do that. The problem with Teo is he's a liability in right field. He is, I think, terrible as a stretch, but he's not good. Let's put it that way. Not a good defender. And it came up again today. Keep the ball in front of you. It's a single. He tries to catch it. It turns into a triple and the run scores. Like, the Dodgers defense today was absolutely under the spotlight. And part of the reason they are completely hamstrung right now. So it's not just the anemic, pathetic, embarrassing offense. It is the defense as well. And you have to attribute or shine a light on the fact that because the offense is so out of air, completely flat, it puts extra pressure on the starting pitching. Blake Snell, again, kind of like yesterday, wasn't terrible, but giving up those first 2 home runs on 3 pitches, on bad pitches, in the zone, fastballs up and in, middle in. It's kind of inexcusable to start a game that you need to win like that. Finished the day 6 2/3. So he, got the train back on the track. It was 3-1 for a good portion of the time he was out there, giving the Dodgers opportunities. He absolutely gave them opportunities to win this game, but their offense has no ability right now to do that. So it didn't matter. He finished giving up 5 runs on 6 hits, 4 walks. Those are all his. He struck out 7 and again gave up 2 home runs on 116 pitches. Enriquez, who I had hoped and tried to prognosticate that the 2-inning performance that he made in the 18-inning game in game 3 might have given him a confidence boost. No, wrong. I was wrong about that too. Absolutely a disaster. Came in today when they pulled Snell out. It would have been better to just leave Snell in there. What's the point? He's already thrown 116 pitches. Enriquez comes in, 2 walks, a wild pitch. It was just, it was one problem after another. Barger scored that time on 3 wild pitches. 3. Come on. This is the World Series. This is not spring training. This is not the middle of June. This is the World Series, and the Dodgers are showing up and absolutely embarrassing themselves. They are laying an egg. It is an absolute disaster. I totally agree. Apple-RW9CD getting some weird handles during the World Series. But yeah, that's the perfect way to describe it. This is a head in hands debacle, disaster. Bonda, an inning and a third, 1 run on 2 hits. Trinan came in the 9th. Yeah, when it didn't matter. Oh, don't try to tell me that Trinan has got it back all of a sudden because he went for the 9th inning and threw up a bunch of zeros and on 13 pitches. No, he still got an ERA of 6.75. And prior to this performance tonight, when he retired 3 people, he had allowed half of the batters he faced to get on base. 12 of 24. So, yeah, he's not back. Aesthetic Delta says karma is real. Karma for what? Don't try to give me this crap that because Ohtani has a unique contract that the Dodgers deserve to lose, because that is not against any rules. If it is, you tell me what rule he's breaking. Thanks, Spoon. Spoon_TG's got my back. Karma for what? LOL. Yes, I would like to know what the karma is for. It ain't over till it's over, says History Man, quoting the Yog. Why didn't Roberts put in Robleski or Dryer? Who knows? Who cares? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who he puts in because they can't score, right? After he gave up 2 runs in the first inning, game over. Game freaking over. It doesn't matter if Robo pitches. It doesn't matter if anybody, Jack Dryer. So what? Right? Those guys cannot, they might be better at hitting than the current Dodger lineup, who again struck out 15 times today. There's only 27 outs in a game. That's more than half of the time. And I'm no math genius. Ohtani only struck out once, surprisingly. Will Smith twice. Mookie twice. Freddie 3 times. Ouch. He looked completely discouraged today. Teo twice. Tommy Edman, Max Muncy, Kike twice, Alex Call once. So every Dodger that came up to bat tonight struck out at least once. Doesn't matter who's pitching when that is the reality. So, again, I don't know if there's some sort of magic elixir on the Dodger plane that they can drink on the way to Canada that all of a sudden gets them out of this slump, that gets them back to where they were at the end of the regular season. But I'm thinking not. I'm thinking we're done. It probably will go 7. So it'll be interesting, right? But again, we're just prolonging the inevitable. So, I just wish it was a little bit more fun. It's definitely heartbreaking, and that's what sports are all about, right? So you win some, you lose some. Yep. That's baseball. All right. That's all for tonight. Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Again, don't forget to check out Travis Rogers with his take on this disaster, either later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, right here on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel with the Locked On Dodgers Daily podcast. I am Pete Fox. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Appreciate the comments. We'll be back on Saturday, right after Game 6 to break it down. Will it be a trophy hoisting victory for the Jays, or will the Dodgers cling to life going into Game 7 with their backs against the wall? Well, today a pivotal Game 5 went in favor of the Jays, right? Game 5s are always pivotal, and tonight it pivoted in favor of Toronto. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Appreciate the comments. You guys take care. Have a good night. We'll talk on Saturday.